about this first day of summer, and pretty nice considering the week we had, huh?
I had a great morning. I was out on graduation, so I want to give a shout out to the school. PS 228. We completed cruise. There were 2,000 to 3,000 people at the graduation.
Oh, great.
In the hangar of the old Floyd Bennett Field, okay, and they got a heck of a principal that we should acknowledge here. Dominic D'Angelo is my man, and his assistant principal, graduating class. Mwah! You were terrific today, and thank you for inviting. By the way, they gave me a weather tie. Oh, the Yankees are going to have I'm not wearing it because I'd have to look down and figure out what's going on. But it's got a cold front, a warm front, a storm. You want me to wear that tie? I think maybe we'll do it at 10. So you have to what? 75 degrees, 77 with Waddy Kennedy in at 77 degrees. Let's go to work on your weekend. 76 is 75. The water temperature in at 67. The flow of air is north-northwest, right out of Canada. It's dry, it's crisp, it's cool, it's nice, it's lovely. I'm running out of adjectives here, but it's going to be brisk. And with that comes pollen flying all over the place. But tomorrow, from dawn to dusk, you've got 15 hours of sunlight. Yes, golf, blade, bike, walk, stroll, name it, you got it. All day long, sponsored by the Canadian Air Mass. Storm is gone, bring it on. There it is, the big blue. It will dominate on Sunday as well. And that is going to be a big day with the Hope and Possibility race in Central Park for the Wounded Warriors. Pollen count, medium, grass, dock, plantain, it's out there. And this race is one of my favorites. 8 a.m., Tatton on the Green. You may want to get out there and support our Wounded Warriors. 69 degrees, sun-filled skies, just gorgeous. The weekend getaway. All right, the Poconos, the Catskills, the Hamptons, the Jersey Shore, wherever you're going, you got it made. Dipping your toe in the water, how about the next 7 days? We'll talk about it later on.
I like all that, Jane.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, hey, a major recall on frozen avocado wellness checks next.
Plus, a major American city just banned e-cigarettes altogether, not just for young people. We'll tell you what's going on there.
Yeah, and we told you yesterday about the new study showing kids developing horns from too much cell phone use. But is that just an exaggeration? Well, we're getting to the bottom of the shocking headline here. We pull for you ahead.
It's like a sausage gone wrong. All right. Bad things to say as you're being arrested.
There's places you haven't looked yet.
Whose line is it anyway? Monday at 9 on the CW Pix 11.
I'm here with the Cortezes, Lawson, Carnivale at their family reunion to show them the family of Chevy SUVs. It's the Trax, the Equinox, and the Traverse. Which one's your favorite?
Trax, actually. More compact.
Equinox is jumping out at me. The blue one, the red one.
And I would take that Traverse.
No matter what you want in an SUV, Chevy's got the perfect one for you.
You got it covered.
Current competitive owners get 10% below MSRP on most Traverse models. That's over $4,900 on this Traverse. See your local Chevy dealer.
Hi, I am New York sex abuse attorney Jeff Herman. Have you or a loved one been a victim of childhood sexual abuse by a priest or by any individual in any other organization? 90% of sexual abuse victims are abused by somebody they know, not a stranger. Most victims are groomed or seduced by their predators. The grooming process causes kids to become compliant victims, and they often feel like they did something wrong. That makes it difficult to talk about, even as an adult. I understand this, and that's why it's important to have a lawyer that is experienced in these cases. I can help you tell your story. I've been handling sexual abuse cases for over 20 years and have successfully represented over 1,000 victims. One of the best ways to protect kids in the future is to expose predators and the institutions that enabled them. It's never too late to heal. Now you can get justice and be compensated for the years of pain and suffering. Contact me to learn more.
Dear Max, Bear, Spike, Daisy, Buster, and Porkchop. Let's go to the dog park, swimming, hiking, out for treats, and to sleep. Hugs, Highlander.
Right now, lease Highlander with all-wheel drive for just $249 a month, or get $1,750 customer cash on Highlander. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Pix 11 News, sponsored by Toyota. Dear driver, hurry in and save.
shot, one person injured, another taken into custody. You're listening to a shootout with police in Kansas. Video from that scene showing a guy bursting out of the front door and opening fire. Then police returned fire. Homes all throughout that area evacuated right after the standoff started.
Yeah, 2 suspects inside the house when police arrived. After several hours of negotiations, one of the suspects surrendered, but the other shot police when he left the home. Police returned fire, injuring that suspect. The person taken to the hospital. So far, no word on his condition.
Felt like that went on and on, right?
Yeah. Well, a crushing blow at the end of the school year in Jersey City.
John is live in the newsroom with more on this one. Hi, John.
How you doing, guys? Today was the last day of school in Jersey City, but for some teachers, it was permanent. Dozens who expected to keep their jobs after a layoff threat found they are indeed out of work. One of those teachers was just a single day shy of tenure. We'll have details. And 2 classically trained musicians who played around the world made a career change, becoming moms. We're going to show you how they broke barriers, combining their love of kids and music. Those stories and more. See you at 6.
All right, John, thank you. Well, it's time for your wellness check on this Friday. First off, check your freezer because 2 companies have recalled frozen spinach and avocado over listeria concerns. Sprouts Farmers Market recalled their 16-ounce bags of frozen cut leaf spinach with use-by dates of December the 3rd, 2021. Customers are being told to toss the bag out or bring it to a store for a full refund. Nature's Touch also recalling its frozen avocado chunks over the same concerns of listeria. This applies to their 12-ounce bags with a best-by date of October 11th, 2020. Well, a new study suggesting adult Americans still eat way too much processed meat despite cancer risks out there. It also says they're not getting enough fish in their diet. The amount of processed meat eaten has not changed for nearly 2 decades now, and this includes products like lunch meats, sausage, hot dogs, and bacon. A quarter of all adults are still eating more unprocessed red meat than the recommended amount, while less than 15% are eating the amount of fish that is recommended. Researchers say concerns about mercury as well as the high cost of fish could be to blame for the results we're talking about. San Francisco has become the first city to ban the sale of e-cigarettes now. The Board of Supervisors voted 11-0 to approve the legislation, which is intended to prevent youth from vaping. Opponents include store owners and the e-cigarette company Juul. They say banning vape products for all adults in San Francisco is not going to effectively address underage use of vaping. They say it will leave tobacco cigarettes on the shelves as the only alternative for adult smokers. Corey.
All right, Tamsin. Well, a new scientific study has parents panicked. We first told you about this last night. Bone spurs, like tiny horns, developing on the necks of younger people due to excessive phone use. It's a shocking headline, but it may be a bit of an exaggeration. Andy Ramos is trying to separate the fact from the fiction here.
Consider it a wake-up call for smartphone addicts everywhere. According to a new study, the more time you spend looking down at your phone, practicing bad posture, the more likely you are to develop one of these. They're horn-like spikes that develop on top of your neck and under the skull. Essentially, bone spurs from constant hunching over, shifting weight toward the back of your head. The study, published in the Journal of Scientific Reports, focuses on a group of 1,200 subjects ages 18 to 86. We spent 4 or more hours on a smartphone. Nearly half of them developed these tiny growths at the base of their skulls. The study found that they were even larger on the younger suspects. The increased use of handheld technologies from early childhood, the researchers wrote, may be the culprit.
It's just abnormal stresses put on the body after years and years, so we're just kind of doing.
Phalo Kunin, a physical therapist and director of hand therapy at Spear PT in Midtown, says that these types of growths usually happen over time with old age, but the trend in young people should keep parents on their toes.
But I think it's definitely a need for parents to be more aware of proper posture in their kids. Often they have heavy backpacks, they're often in a forward head position.
Physical therapists like Kunin have seen an uptick when it comes to tech-related disorders, like tech neck and a form of carpal tunnel that some doctors have dubbed a BlackBerry thumb. So what's the easy fix?
Proper ergonomics, upright posture, being in an upright position when you're on the computer or your phone.
Or if that's too much for you to handle, a quicker fix? Just toss out the phone. I'm Andrew Ramos, Pix 11 News.
Did he say toss out the phone?
That's what he said.
That's making me break out in a sweat.
Yeah.
That is scary, though. I got to tell you something, and it makes a lot of sense when you're looking down like that all the time.
Our entire lives have changed, and to think, like these kids coming up, that's all they know. They only live with cell phones. They don't live with
talk about this one because some kids in Alaska are already making a mess of their summer vacation. And by the way, their parents could not be happier about it.
Yeah, a nonprofit group in Anchorage is all about getting young people off of those screens and into nature. The Yak Venture team takes teens on outdoor adventures throughout the summer break. They started off with a hike and a visit to some mud flats.
Yeah, the teens are encouraged to run, to slide, to explore. Also encouraged to leave their devices at home.
Trying to help get them off screen, not plugged in anymore, and just interacting with their peers and their friends and neighbors.
It got me doing something that I wouldn't normally do. It got me out of my comfort zone and out in the Alaskan wilderness.
Well, it's kind of fun, though. You're allowed to get dirty.
That's great. Other summer adventures include canoeing, rock climbing, and mountain biking.
You can't have a device and that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Great.
You're lost forever.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on outside. Beautiful night, and I guess a beautiful weekend, G, right?
Probably one kid has a phone. Somehow got it. All right, here we go, everybody. A very nice night, Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. I think we're going to make it big time around here. It's 75, normal 81, 97 in the 1980s. Keep in mind, we haven't hit 90 degrees for a long time, like September 6th of last year. And this is a gift because next week, warmer, but not hot, okay? And that's, again, for this time of year, that's money, man. Now, this is the Muggy Meter, sponsored by my man Cruz, and the drop in humidity for Friday night and Saturday and Sunday. We climb again next week, so let's enjoy this. Northwesterly winds doing the deed right out of eastern Canada. From the land of the caribou comes the Canadian air, and that's ours. This time of year, that's a real gift. And this is a strong high, so it's going to hold serve until Monday late when the winds begin to reverse and the clouds try to move in here. Here it is, the big blue. It's a defensive block against anything heading in our direction. Sticks and stays for your Saturday, Sunday into Monday. The pregame at 6:30, we got Mariana Rivera and Houston Astros and the Yankees. So we got a pregame. We got a great game. Here you are on picks. 7 o'clock, play ball, man. First pitch, second pitch, all good. And that's good. Entering into the hurricane season, we are calm. We are nice. And again, we are expecting, and I think it will be delivered a great weekend. Mix sun and clouds on Monday. Could be a shower. Tuesday, a better chance of rain. After that, sunny and temps in the 80s. Comfortable. Enjoy, everybody.
Looks good, G. Thank you. Well, a family in Massachusetts took their dog to the vet because he had stopped eating. Imagine their surprise when the vet told them he had been eating baby pacifiers. About 20 of them, to be exact.
Quite shocking to see a dog who can swallow that many pacifiers over the course of a month, and unnoticed.
Mortimer the bulldog had his fill of this potentially hazardous snack. Veterinarians believe he'd been sneaking and snacking on baby pacifiers for 2 months, adding up to 19 stuffed inside his tiny tummy.
This is a bulldog who's about this big, so the pacifiers occupied as much space in his belly as there was room for.
Rob Halpin with Boston's Angel Animal Medical says Mortimer's owner noticed he was subdued and getting nauseous before meals. Vets prescribed him medication for acid reflux. But the 3-year-old dog's symptoms only got worse, which led to the revealing x-ray showing a belly full of pacifiers.
Pacifiers can be like hair ties. They just sort of disappear and go into the pacifier universe. No one ever thinks that the family dog is one at a time eating into this supply of pacifiers.
Vets here acted quickly, plucking them out through a procedure called an endoscopy, using a scope, a light, and a camera.
It's as if it never happened to him at all.
Fortunately, vets removed all 19 pacifiers without surgery, but say this could have easily had a different outcome.
Could be a complete obstruction of the digestive tract, could be a rupture of the digestive tract, and in Mortimer's case, it could have easily been fatal.
All right, but Mortimer's back home tonight with his family, and he has fully recovered.
Yes. But the thing is, if Mortimer sees another pacifier, you know where it's going. Mortimer's not going to learn from that.
They look like toys, I guess, right?
Man,
Poor Mortimer.
Glad Mortimer's doing okay.
Poor tiny tummy. All right, high levels of arsenic found in bottled water. We're talking about that at a few major retailers, in fact. The business news is next tonight.
Yeah, plus KFC just debuted one of its most outrageous sandwiches ever. Can you see what they're putting under the chicken?
And we are following breaking news in the Bronx right now. 9 people, including at least 2 kids, injured when an out-of-control car flipped onto the sidewalk there. We're going to have the story for you on the Fix 11 News at 6 o'clock.
July sales event is on, featuring 16 award-winning Hyundai sedans and SUVs, and they're all on sale. From the Sonata, Elantra, and Tucson to the Kona, the 2019 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, and the Santa Fe, named 2019's most dependable midsize SUV by J.D. Power. The Hyundai 4th of July sales event going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Now get a Tucson for just $149 a month, or get 0% APR for up to 60 months. Hurry, offers end soon.
Come to the 4th of July clearance sale at Fortunoff Backyard Store. Get ready to celebrate our lowest prices of the season. Save 40 to 67% off our everyday low prices of the largest selection of outdoor and patio furniture anywhere. All our best is on sale right now for this 4th of July clearance sale. If you're looking for the best quality, selection, and value, Fortunoff Backyard Store is the place to shop. So go ahead, tell the friends and family. This year's 4th of July barbecue is at your house. But hurry in. This sale ends July 4th.
I'm here with the Cortezes, Lawson, Carnivale, at their family reunion to show them the family of Chevy SUVs. This is the Trax, the Equinox, and the Traverse. Which one's your favorite?
The Trax, actually.
More compact.
Equinox is jumping out at me. I wanted to be a cool dad, the Traverse.
I like the blue one, the red one.
And I would take that Traverse.
Luckily, no matter what you want in an SUV, Chevy has the perfect one for you.
You got it covered.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Equinox for around $179 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
This summer, find what you love in New York State. Plan your summer vacation today at iloveny.com.
It's an exciting time at Kia with great products. Get great deals on vehicles loaded with advanced technology features, like the 2019 Sorento Sportage or Forte with brake assist system, or the 2019 Stinger and Optima, both with blind spot collision warning, all with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Ooh, I like this one.
You, sir, have great taste.
He's taken.
Hurry in to Kia's summer sales event to lease a specially tagged 2019 Sportage LX for $149 a month.
Well, surveillance camera here capturing the moment a tree, there it goes, falls right on top of a vehicle outside of a TV station. Watch it on the far left. It came up right by the roots and fell on top of a pickup truck. It happened in Columbia, South Carolina after a pretty severe thunderstorm soaked that area. There was somebody in that truck, by the way. He was on his way home from work when the tree crushed his vehicle. Witnesses with handsaws cut him out. The truck totaled, but amazingly that driver who was sitting in there was not hurt in that incident. Some good news there. Corey.
All right, thank you, Tim. Well, Toys R Us may be making a comeback with new stores open in time for the holiday. Bloomberg News reporting that the company that holds the assets of the defunct retail chain is planning to open about a half dozen new locations. The stores would be smaller than the brand's previous big outlets, but they would also reportedly feature interactive experiences and have play areas. The company has not released details, but sources say the plan is to be back in business by November. Arsenic concerns are shaking the water bottle industry, or the bottled water industry, I should say. A test conducted in California found the potentially poisonous chemical in bottled water sold at Target, Whole Foods, and Walmart stores. Now, apparently, some of these waters contain nearly double the federal limit of arsenic. The water is sold at locations across the country. Excessive amounts of arsenic has been linked to reproductive harm and cancer. The brands have halted production to investigate. Well, if you thought Kentucky Fried Chicken's Double Down was a lot, check out their newest menu offering. Starting next month, the fried chicken chain says you can try the KFC Cheeto Sandwich. The sandwich features a crispy fried chicken fillet topped with a special Cheeto sauce, sitting on a bed of Cheetos. That's only one of the items listed on the new Cheetos lineup at the restaurant. Items also include Cheeto fried KFC hot wings, Cheetos loaded fries, and KFC mac and Cheetos. And check this out. Some of Colorado's finest don't limit. Well, let's take a look at this. Pretty impressive stuff here. Firefighters in Denver found an innovative way to save a family of ducklings. They got a report of baby ducks swept into a storm drain yesterday afternoon. The crew was able to scoop 4 of them from the water, but 4 others had gone into a pipe and were afraid to come out. So the firefighters got creative. They used sound from a YouTube video of a mother duck to coax the ducklings out. It worked like a charm, too, and they were all soon reunited with the real mom who was nearby. And with that, let's turn to Big 7 News at 6.
Right now, new sex assault allegations against President Trump. Disturbing details from a magazine editor who claims she was raped inside of a New York City dressing room. A budget crisis cuts dozens of Jersey City teachers, one of them just 1 day shy of getting tenure.
I'm right here. I'm right here. I could take that job. I want that job, and I'm not getting hired back.
Water warning on Long Island. Families line up for bottled water over contamination fears. The Pix 11 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from 42nd and 2nd, this is the Pix 11 News at 6.
First at 6, shocking new sex assault claims against President Trump. A magazine editor breaks her silence with disturbing details from inside a New York City dressing room. Thank you for joining us for the Pix 11 News at 6. I'm John Muller.
And I'm Tamsin Fidel. The columnist for Elle magazine revealed in graphic detail how President Trump allegedly attacked her at Bergdorf Goodman. And we have the warning tonight, the language may be inappropriate for young children.
Pix 11's McGee Hickey has more from Park Slope.
In the New York Magazine excerpt of her book, E. Jean Carroll, the Elle advice columnist, describes an encounter with then real estate mogul Donald Trump that happened in the fall of 1995 or spring of 96 when she ran into the future president at Bergdorf Goodman and he asked her for help in buying lingerie for an unnamed woman. Carroll, 52 at the time, agreed and even went with Trump into the dressing room. She wrote, quote, "The moment the dressing room door is closed, he lunges at me, pushes me against the wall, and puts his mouth against my lips. He opens the overcoat, unzips his pants, and forcing his fingers around my private area, thrusts his private part halfway or completely, I'm not certain, inside me." Carroll then said there was a colossal struggle until she ran out of the dressing room.
We talked to her extensively in preparing it. We did a lot to the extent that you can to corroborate the details as much as we could, and we certainly talked through all of the implications of what she was saying.
According to the New York Magazine excerpt, Carroll never reported this alleged sexual attack to police, but she says she did tell 2 close friends about it at the time.
You know, the reason why she didn't come forward is the reason why a lot of people do. First of all, he wasn't president yet then, and we mentioned she talked to 2 of her friends. Her first friend said, go to the police right away. Her second friend said, he will bury you in lawsuits. You know he's litigious, you know he's powerful, and she's not an activist.
A White House spokesman denied this account, saying, quote, "This is a completely false and unrealistic story surfacing 25 years after allegedly taking place and was created simply to make the president look bad." And the New York Magazine article also details an alleged sexual assault by former CBS head Les Moonves. We're in Park Slope, Brooklyn. McGee Hickey, Pix 11 News. Back to you, Tamsin and John.
All right, McGee, thank you. Well, breaking news out of the Bronx. 9 people hurt when a car crashed and overturned, hitting a building on Southern Boulevard and Groton Street in Belmont. This is right outside the Bronx Zoo. You're looking at Citizen app, a video of emergency responders there tending to the victims. 8 taken to area hospitals. 1 person being evaluated right there on the scene. Their conditions at this point not yet known. Police are investigating the cause of the crash. Of course, when we get more information tonight, we will be sure and pass it on to you.
All right, weekend upon us, looking gorgeous out there. I think we got a winner, Mr. Jake.
You do, for tonight, Saturday and Sunday as well. The combine of the Canadian Air Northwest 3 winds is really going to do the trick. They're a little stiff and at 31 miles per hour, the pollen is flying, so that's a bit of a deal. But the skies are clear. You've got 15 hours and 5 minutes of sunlight coming up. Today, the longest day of the year, and we'll do it again tomorrow with the northwesterlies coming on in. The weekend forecast, it is sensational, okay? Everything you want for an outdoor event, go to it. Sunday Outlook, we'll have that later on.
All right, Chief, thank you. Well, tonight, this man is under arrest in Brooklyn. He is accused of firing a gun at someone on a sidewalk last night. Cops say he missed his target Instead, an 11-year-old boy and a 31-year-old man, both of them recovering in the hospital. Surveillance video shows the gunman walking and shooting. The boy was getting ready for his 5th grade graduation, which was today. He had just left the barber shop when he was shot.
Well, a crushing blow at the end of the school year for some Jersey City teachers. Dozens who expected to be able to keep their jobs after a layoff threat found out they're losing their jobs. These teachers were just shy of a job security milestone. Pix 11 James Ford live tonight in Jersey City with more on the story for us. James.
Let's put it in perspective. This city was about to lose 15% of all its teachers. Most of them get to keep their jobs. Sounds good, right? Well, there's much more to this story. Here on the last day of school in New Jersey's second largest city is a large concern.
Meetings, and they had letters going around about the teachers getting laid off.
Potential layoffs have been a worry all school year. Thanks to the state government slashing education funding for Jersey City, the city was able to impose a payroll tax on businesses to raise enough revenue to keep about 350 to 450 teachers at risk of losing their jobs. That left over 100 teachers still being let go. Those
Tenured in our district, we have to work 4 years in a day. They completed the 4 years today.
So how much time has left?
Couple hours, one more day, December 1st.
You heard right. Alexis Vasquez is among dozens of teachers, some of whom rushed over when they heard we were doing this story, who are being laid off, needing just one more day of teaching to get tenure.
When you're tenured, you are permanently now in the district. Please keep us. We want to be here.
It's not just her feeling that way.
Yeah, I know.
One of the students responds with tears that a teacher like Helen Corona Gonzalez is being let go. The teacher also had tears.
My students are my motivation. They have my same background.
Nobody from the school board would go on camera, but a spokesperson said by phone the district may still hire back more teachers if other teachers retire or find jobs elsewhere. That's little reassurance for these educators, but they try nonetheless.
I want my day. I want my one day.
What's more, for the teachers who get to keep their jobs, the city and their union now have to work to make sure those jobs remain safe for the year after next. Reporting live from Jersey City, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.
Thank you so much. In New Jersey, a 21-year-old man has spent the rest of his life in prison for killing a childhood friend. Liam McCannesty of Neptune was sentenced to life without parole for strangling Sarah Stern to collect $100,000 of inheritance money. A chilling video shows him confessing. He says he killed Stern and then threw her off a bridge to make her death look like a suicide. His buddy and accomplice, Preston Taylor, will be sentenced next week.
Well, President Trump says the United States was cocked and loaded for a military strike on Iran last night. He says he decided to call it off with just 10 minutes to spare because too many Iranian lives would have been lost. So as of tonight, the tense standoff remains a war of words.
Iran's Revolutionary Guard released video today of debris they claim is from the U.S. drone shot down yesterday. President Trump explained why he called off a retaliatory military strike that was already in motion.
I thought about it for a second, and I said, you know what? They shot down an unmanned drone, plane, whatever you want to call it. And here we are sitting with 150 dead people. I didn't think it was proportional.
The all-access relationship between Washington
government that the Islamic Republic of Iran is responsible for the attacks that occurred in the Gulf of Oman.
Iran denied responsibility for the tanker incidents, but called the drone incident a warning message to the United States. Experts say to expect more of these warnings to come.
Even if there's no strikes in the near future, you could see the Iranians trying to provoke Trump again in the days ahead.
All right, well, the president refuted reports that the U.S. military planes were actually in the air when the airstrikes were called off. So far, no new sanctions have been imposed by the president against against Iran, despite his tweet saying that the administration did add more Thursday night.
Well, New York State is one step closer tonight to decriminalizing marijuana. Lawmakers reached a last-minute deal that would also clear the criminal records of those who have prior convictions. Pix 11's Christian Benavidez here with a look at the new legislation that not everybody's really happy about. Christian.
Hi there, Tamsin. The pushback is coming from those who oppose the bill, as well as those who feel it doesn't go far enough. Still, it's estimated that some 600,000 New Yorkers could benefit from the expungement of past marijuana convictions that have disproportionately affected young people of color.
I'm 87 and it's 35.
The bill is passed. Lawmakers pulling an all-nighter in Albany, passing a bill that would decriminalize possession of small amounts of marijuana. Rather than a criminal offense, it will now be just a violation, meaning punishment for carrying up to 2 ounces of weed is now a $50 to $200 fine.
We got it done, and it's a great step forward.
The legislation, which has the support of Governor Cuomo, would also expunge the criminal record of an estimated over 500,000 New Yorkers.
While nothing can ever right the wrong that people of color have suffered disproportionately so, today we're taking the step in the right direction.
But there has been some pushback, both from those who believe the bill is wrong and those who think it doesn't go far enough. Assemblyman Anthony Palumbo, who represents Suffolk County, believes the bill would essentially normalize the use of marijuana.
Now, you can every single day, you'll be getting tickets for it because they're violations, but you can be caught smoking pot every day with active court, and then every single one of them gets expunged.
While others believe marijuana should have been legalized altogether.
The idea that this decriminalization is really going to get rid of sort of the big collateral consequences is not exactly all there.
It will cause the very people that have been targeted from police prosecution and persecution before to again be victimized, but this time financially.
The bill is expected to be signed into law by Governor Cuomo. According to lawmakers, 80% of those arrested for low-level marijuana offenses are either black or Hispanic. I'm Christian Benavidez, Pix 11 News.
All right, Christian, thank you so much.
All right, still ahead, a water warning on Long Island. Families lining up in one town for bottles of water over contamination fears there. Officials say kids should not even bathe in this water. We're going to tell you why next.
And 2 classically trained musicians who played around the world make a career change after becoming moms. How they broke barriers to combine their love of kids and music.
You're watching the Pix 11 News at 6 with Tamsin Fidel, Sean Muller, Mr. G with your weather, and Andy Adler with sports. We're New York's very own. You're New York's very own. Pix 11 is the place for Yankees baseball. It'll be a battle of the Bronx when the Yankees take on the red-hot Astros. Yankees-Astros. Pregame at 6:30. First pitch at 7 tonight on Pix 11, New York's very own. Not all technology is created equal. The 2019 Nissan Altima has advanced tech that Camry doesn't. Altima can see 2 cars ahead to help avoid a potential collision. Connect to your smartphone easily, and Altima can instantly react to changing weather conditions with intelligent all-wheel drive. Guess there's some places Camry just can't go. For a limited time, get a low $179 per month lease, or get 0% financing for 36 months on the 2019 Altima.
Wait, you started your second bacon, egg, and cheese croissant before you finished your first?
Yep. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. Don't give your dudes a great deal for $2, $4, or $5. America runs.
The rule of 3 states things that come in threes are inherently more appealing. We couldn't agree more. 3 SUVs, 1 GMC. Current eligible non-GMSEs get this low mileage lease on this all-wheel drive Acadia SLE1 for around $199 per month, or get this low mileage lease on this all-wheel drive Terrain for around $179 per month.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, call 1-800-LAW-3333. Union will not a wrong back. I will fight hard for every dollar you deserve. Call the Yankovic Law Firm, 1-800-LAW-3333.
Here's your view, sir. Actually, that's not
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
You like that new Buick?
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I did that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Encore for around $139 per month. Or current eligible GM lessees lease this 2019 Enclave for around $349 per month.
6, 7, 8.
Big dreams start with small steps. The dedication can get you there. So just start small. Start saving. Easily set, track, and control your goals right in the Chase mobile app. Chase. Make more of what's yours. 611 News, sponsored by Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Well, the Nassau County Department of Health is telling Long Beach residents to boil their water because of E. coli concerns. Samples from the water tested positive for bacteria. Officials say either boil water for at least 1 minute for cooking or washing your hands, or use bottled water. State and the County Office of Emergency Management have sent a total of 81,000 bottles of water to Long Beach. They were being passed out to residents this afternoon.
At this time.
the draft to either the Devils or the Rangers. And finally, Angels future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols took off his jersey and gave it to a very special fan. We like this right here. Take a look. Pujols didn't hesitate at all to take off his jersey. Now, Pujols is inspired by his daughter Isabella, who also has Down syndrome. In fact, he had the foundation that's dedicated to that. So that right there is a future Hall of Famer. And just to bring it back, we have a Hall of Famer in the studio tonight talking about Mariano Rivera.
better. The better we can do it.
Yeah, we have a teacher on it, and we'll show that in a little bit because we also have a special guest, another special guest in studio. We'll get to that in a little bit.